So this afternoon, the Packers announced two new signings, two new roster moves. First off, we have kicker Mark McNamee, who is replacing Alex Hale on the IPP, the International Player Pathway Program. Teams can have one player with this designation. And unfortunately, Alex Hale, who had been with the Packers for a little while, suffered an injury. And yesterday, Tom Silverstein shared frank deal with Alex Hale, suffered an eye injury while working out and needs to take several weeks off. Packers can't let Brandon McManus do all the kicking, so they had to let him go. It's possible he returns, but depends on who Packers pick up and how it goes. And that was on Twitter yesterday. So unfortunately, Alex Hale had an injury, had to go, and the Packers need another kicker, and so they bring in Mark McNamee here to Green Bay. And if we look at his history, he is actually from Dublin, where he played goalkeeper, and in 2025, he entered the International Players Pathway Program. He participated in the NFL Combine this year and went 13-14. He goes undrafted in the 2025 NFL Draft, and then he ends up getting selected in the CFL Draft by the BC Lions in the second round. He then played in 2 preseason games with them, goes 2 for 2, and then he was released on June 1st. And so there's no doubt Brandon McManus is the Packers kicker. He got signed to a 3-year, $15.3 million extension or contract this offseason. And now this new kicker here is going to be the other guy who's going to get some kicks here with Alex Hale being injured. Now to the wide receiver. This news initially came out yesterday from Jordan Schultz. It's made official today. Also with the kicker signing, I first saw it from Matt Schneidman, and then right after, the Packers officially put it out. But for wide receiver Will Sheppard, he played with Colorado last year in Deion Sanders, and he was actually a very solid receiver last year. 48 receptions, 621 yards, and 6 touchdowns in 13 games. And he had previously played at Vanderbilt for 42 games where he had 152 receptions, 2,067 yards, and 21 touchdowns. He then went undrafted this past offseason, and he almost played with a couple other teams. He first off agreed to sign with the Bucs, and then failed his physical, unfortunately. And then he tried out for the Broncos at their mini camp, but was not signed by the Broncos. So now he ends up in Green Bay. The tough thing is going to be the amount of receivers here that are already in Green Bay, so it's going to be very hard for Sheppard to make the roster. Maybe he can end up making the practice squad, but when you have Matthew Golden coming in the draft, Savion Williams, McCole Hardman this offseason, there's just so many wide receivers here in Green Bay, and it's going to be tough for some of these guys who were even on the roster last year to make it. So we'll sort of see what happens here with him. But he's a bigger-bodied type receiver, 6'2", 203, ran a 4.5940. So he's not the fastest guy, but he's pretty solid when it comes to 50-50 balls. And here's a quote from Deion Sanders about Will Sheppard. He says, "This kid can play the game. I talked to a lot of the scouts earlier about how fond I am of his game and his consistency thereof. He's a big-time receiver. A 50-50 ball, he's going to get that more times than not. And I just love his character and what he brings to the table, what he brings to the practice field day in and day out. He's a tremendous asset." If you want more Packers updates, Packers news for training camp, all that stuff, feel free to subscribe down below and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any Packers news. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.